something about instinct that I want to talk to you guys about after this. Okay, so that were great games in Last Yoga 5, but there's something that I want to talk to you guys about Instinct and tell me if you guys agree with me, okay? This is something that a lot of people have been talking about on and off stream. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. So when people mention about Instinct, especially, you know, commentators and all that stuff, they say you need to use Instinct twice, or else if you use it any less, you know, if you don't use it once per round, then you're basically not utilizing the full potential of the Instinct. Now just let me know if you guys agree or not with that, but I'm going to keep talking. Now, the thing is, you see right there, I was stuck in a kind of like a Sadira vortex, you know, where I didn't want to use my Instinct right away. The thing is, I like, you know, Instinct gives you an opportunity. It's not just an emergency button so you can do whatever you want. You can use the freeze frames for an opening and then move in from there. Now, from there, I noticed like I had barely any green health, but I had Instinct mode. Now, you had to ask yourselves, okay, should I still use it? I mean, I don't have a lot of green health, but I might as well, right? Because using one per round, you know, that's full potential, right? So I went ahead and used my Instinct, and I immediately got KO'd, and half of my Instinct time was wasted during the round 2 setup. Now, what do you guys think of that? I mean, do you guys agree on using the Instinct the moment you have it, even though you don't have an opening and everything's neutral, or do you want to save it for an opening? Let me know what you guys think. What's up, Kyrie? Wildfire, take it easy, man. Hey, Grims, how do you feel about Saberwolf's Instinct? Is it really good or is it bad? You know what? I don't know at this point. I feel like he can do without his Instinct, like, perfectly. He doesn't need it. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have it. I'm just saying he can win games without it. That's just basically it. Because he had, you know, like, when he has Instinct, you know, of course, that gives him one free opportunity. Saberwolf is actually a perfect example because since his Instinct does give him some more damage, it's not too much. It's more used, a lot of Saberwolves use it as a moment where, you know, they either need a reset, they're putting on a combo so that way they can try to end your life, or use it as an opening. Not so much as a, I need to do it now because I'm still in round 1 kind of thing. I'll let you guys know how I feel about it. I just want to hear everyone's feedback, what they think. There's a lot of lights. Oh, crap. At least I'm in the air, I guess. I like how I just freeze frame right there. Ooh, nice break. Use your Instinct. Nice. Okay. So this is what I feel about instincts, okay? It depends on what character you're using. So in Jago's case, you have to use Jago's instinct at a good opportunity, because you need to utilize the time that he has instinct to either attack or move forward to gain more health. Not only that, but you do gain a heck of a lot of frames on every normal. So if it's like if you're at half green bar but you're at a neutral game, there's no need for you to use it. You have to find an opportunity so that way you can mix it up with the instinct and you know, at the same time gaining more health while you're on the offensive. Some people like to just use instinct the moment that they're in neutral game, and they like to just kind of gain health from there. But the thing is, you're only utilizing half of the potential, because the other half is frames, and those frames need to put you need to put all those extra frames for traps. If you just use it for health, you're using half of the potential, and that's that. For every character it's different. Glacius, I think he's a really good example of being able to use it the moment he has it, because it's armor, you know, and it's defense. It's his emergency button, you know. Saberwolf, he can do with or without it. It doesn't matter. It's just a little bit more damage, but that's not like where his main arsenal's at. Sadira, you have to do it. You have to do it with Sadira, 1 per round, because the thing is, as you play more and more harder players as a Sadira player, you're going to realize that it's way harder to win these matchups without an instinct. Once you start realizing these guys are trying to, you know, go on the offensive, you know, put pressure on your wake up, do, you know what I mean? Because Sadira does not have a reliable wake up. Her reliable wake up is her instinct mode. That's why she really, really needs it, because without it, Sadira would be much, much lower tier than she is. Just to put it quite frank, instinct for Sadira, it basically is like the edge. It helps win games like crazy. For Thunder, it's a whole completely different story. It depends on how you like to utilize 50-50s. When you watch Rico, he does use it every round, but he uses it so that way he can throw you off with more throws. He doesn't use it as an emergency button. It's very, very rare that he does that. But when he does, then you can easily get out of a sticky situation, and it's amazing. So it's quite universal in my eyes. Now, remember, I'm talking about potential, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about, like, neutral game or anything like that. Wait, who am I missing? Let's see, Saberwolf. Oh, Orchid. That's right, Orchid. Orchid can be used either way. Orchid can be used either way. Her cats can be some of the best traps that somebody asks for. It's very similar to Sadira, but it's harder to use. It definitely is way harder to use because it's only a projectile. It's not something that you could just spawn in midair. You know what I mean? But once you finally get the hang of like Orchid's instinct, then you can basically set up traps, make Orchid seem like she's, you know, God, it's really hard to talk. Hold on. It's really hard to talk right now. Okay, so what I was going to say with Orchid, when she has instinct, you can use it as an emergency measure because, of course, it gives her free, you know, freeze frames, whatever. And she has a DP, so, you know, kind of similar to Jago. But, you know, her cats, it's definitely all of Big Illusion to make it seem like she's really unsafe on some moves. A lot of Orchids like to do DP, like unsafe DP, but then bring a cat right behind her. So that way, if you're waiting for Orchid to come back down, the cat's going to hit you and she's safe. So you really have to like mix it up big time. But it is way harder to use than Sadira's because you can't spawn it in the air like Sadira's. It's only on the ground. But that's Orchid's game. Orchid's game is a ground game. That's exactly why her instinct is the way it is. Top 3 instincts in the game. Sadira has the best instinct in the game, hands down. The reason why I say this is because if Sadira has 2 bars and you get touched once, that's an instant 70 to 80% combo. 70 to 80% damage combo. With or without a combo break. It depends on exactly what she hits you with, but the moment you get touched, you cannot combo break it. You're not supposed to, because a smart Sadira will hit you. It will do a combo break bait, followed by a web. So if you try to go for it, you'll get hit by the web, and then that's when you get hit by everything, 2 bars and an ender. Not to mention that she's not even at half instinct after she's done with the combo, and you're already at like 30 to 40% health left, and she can hit you with another mix-up. That's why hers is the best in the game, because her damage is guaranteed. There little to no risk. The second best instinct is Spinal's. Now, the reason why I say it's Spinal is the second best is because he has the potential to put you in an infinite loop of mix-up hell. And when he has skulls, he can teleport immediately. He can cancel anything into anything as long as he has skulls. He can literally shoot projectiles vertically in front of you or below you. It's ridiculous, the setups. But as long as he has, and don't forget, he can sap meter from you. So every skull has a potential to give him all the meter that he needs as he beats you up. He'll beat you up and then he'll take away that meter. At the same time, he's gaining his own meter by hitting you. So that is incredible by itself. And third best instinct, I want to say Glacius, because the thing with Glacius, with the armor, you cannot go offensive on him anymore. You have to play defensively. Or if you want to utilize some meter to try to hit his armor out of the way, it's really hard, because his armor will gain him extra opportunities if you try to touch him, and he will be able to capitalize on everything. Just armor alone. I mean, Thunder has armor on his little shadow slash or whatever, and that's still I tried shadow DPing and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'll actually get beat out clean. And so that's what I think. I think in a nutshell, guaranteed damage with no risk of breaking it. Infinite mix-ups and armor is like the 3 best instincts in the game, in my opinion. With Jago, since his instinct gains him health, it's not that much health at all, to be honest. It's not. It's like 1 combo. Not even 1 combo. And the thing is, you have to have like a perfect long string of combo hits in order to gain the majority of your health. But at the same time, you have to walk forward. You can't gain health by walking back. Backdashing, yes you can, but that leaves you in a state where you can't do anything as you backdash, So that's my input about instincts for now.
I'm afraid your path ends.
Who I think has the worst instinct? Well, every instinct is incredibly viable, but I'd say the one that's probably the least useless, or excuse me, the least useful, even though that's kind of putting it in the wrong terms because they're all really useful. But if I had to pick one, I would have to pick Orchid, because all it is projectiles. You know what I mean? She doesn't have to cast a projectile herself, because she can move around and it's like an assist, and that can be really good, but that's about it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't add anything else to it, and you have to really rely on your opponent to take risks in order to get hit by a cat. And to be honest, Orchid can also win without instinct. She can. There's absolutely no other she can just win without it. She has the damage, she has the shadows, she has the DP, she has a great ground game. She doesn't need to utilize on her instinct in order to win games, but it is an upper hand regardless. Oh yeah, tips on fighting Sadira. Okay, so well, if you plan on playing online a lot, I would say if you face against a Sadira and it's pretty laggy, it's probably going to be the hardest match you can play, because you have to read her double jumps. If there's a lot of frames missing because of lag and you can't tell where she's jumping, you cannot properly punish anything. Jago's Dragon Punch is supposed to be one of the best counters against Sadira's jump-ins, because a good Sadira will mix you up as many times as possible in order for you to whiff your DP, or for her to actually hit you out of it from behind.